Yeah, my mic was muted. Hopefully everyone's day is going well so far. We got some music going. Well, we did get some music going. Forza Horizon 5 got us covered. Hopefully everyone's day is going well. I did not even realize my mic was muted. But you know, that's what happens. Alright. How long is shortly? You know, we need time frames. If you guys see me keep looking to the left and making sure everything's going well on stream. This is a nice picture though. Yeah, Horizon 5 got revealed at E3 yesterday. It was absolutely fucking amazing looking. I mean, hopefully gameplay looks exactly what they showed us. Though knowing tricks from E3, from game developers at least, it might not be the case. So, yeah. Professional. My phone was going off. How long is shortly? For crying out loud. To me, this song's kind of annoying. Oh. 3 minutes, guys. 3 minutes. Let's go. There's their Twitch as well. They're also live on YouTube. So they're live on 2 platforms. Interesting. Not. We all know they do that. Had to not feel right. Hopefully everyone's day is going good. June 14th, 2021, and we're hearing a breakdown of the announcement of the trailer from yesterday. I'm hoping we get to see some more footage. I want to see if a Crown Vic is in this game. I hope it is. Probably won't be, but the reason I say probably won't be is because not many people drove it. It was one of the rarest cars at one point in Horizon 4, and it was a DLC car in Horizon 3. So, I guess we'll see. Another way to tell, excuse me, my brain was just like, no speak. But another way to tell what kind of cars are in the game so far are by going to AR12's website, of course, as most of us already know. Obviously right now, we're not really sure on all the cars in the game. I haven't been really, surprisingly, even though I'm really excited for this game, I haven't been really that much up to date. I really should be. I think after this live stream, I'm gonna go watch some videos on this and look up information. It will be crossplay as well, and yeah, it will be crossplay. It seems like there might be one festival again. Which, again, we all knew this information. And the coolest part, though, is that Forza Horizon 5 is on Steam. Oh, just about 3 seconds. Just about 3 seconds. Let's go. I like how the stream on there says "Let's go." That is awesome. That is pretty good. I guess it's a good title. I've seen way worse, though. I mean, let's be honest. We've seen clickbaiters and all that. I just never realized, is that tree going through that house?
Hello, Forza fans. The wait is finally over. All the speculation finally came to an end yesterday at the Xbox and Bethesda Game Showcase when Playground Games announced Forza Horizon 5. That's right. The Horizon Festival is headed to beautiful, diverse Mexico for the 5th title in the series. You'll get to explore an epic, ever-evolving, vibrant open-world landscape full of cacti, volcanoes, tropical storms, dust storms, and hundreds of the world's greatest cars. Forza Horizon 5 is available on November 9th, and you can play it day one on Xbox Game Pass. Your ultimate Horizon adventure awaits.
I hate that's November 9th. I really hate that.
Today I'm live with Playground Games to talk about yesterday's Forza Horizon 5 announcement. Then we're going to be taking a closer look at breathtaking open world festival location Mexico. After that, we're going to talk about the artistic detail that went into recreating the country's unique landscapes. We'll also get the scoop on some of the game's new features. And before we wrap the show, we're happy to answer some questions. So pop them into chat as long as we go, and we'll see if we can get round to a few of them. And beside me today are two of the members.
Hopefully one of the questions is, when will the demo be?
Creative director Mike Brown and I was going to say creative director of Playground Games, not that. Is actually the associate art director Connor Cross. Hello both, how are you?
Hey Charlie, super pumped to be here.
Yeah, I bet you are. Very
I hate that's November 9th though, that the game comes out.
Yeah,
I mean, extra time to develop the game, I guess, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's been
that was perfect timing.
Yeah, that was going to be one of my questions. How do you sleep after something like that?
Yeah, I think I was up at about 1:30 last night in the Forza Discord chatting with the fans.
What's up, Team Gaming?
Making sure it all happens. What was the vibes like yesterday when the show was on? And obviously, you knew it was coming up. Did you know when it was going to be on in the show? Did you just have to sit there and wait?
It's actually super secretive.
Well, we won't go down that route then.
Very, very few people know the whole show. But you basically know your bits, and you get feedback on your bits, whereas we're doing different proposals about what we want to include in it. But you don't know what anyone else is doing. And they'll kind of say things like, oh, it works really well.
What's up,
in the
Gibbsy?
context of where it is, and the games around you. You're like, okay.
Okay.
Is there anything we should change to make it better? And they're just like, no, don't worry about anybody else's. It's like, okay.
And then it appeared, and then that was it. The game was out in the world. So tell us more about Forza Horizon 5 then. What is it? What are we expecting here?
Yeah, it's the biggest, it's the most diverse, it's the most fun Horizon. Yeah, it's the biggest open world we've ever built. It's got an incredible new suite of social features, which just make it such a fun, engaging, and compelling social experience to hang out with your friends. And yeah, just couldn't be more excited to share it with the world yesterday.
I can't wait to unpick it. And Connor, we're going to come to you first, actually, because one of the things that everyone on social media was talking about yesterday is about how phenomenal Forza Horizon 5 looks, with some of them even saying it's the greatest looking game of all time. And as the art
does
director,
look pretty good.
How does that feel?
It looks really fucking
what
good.
You've been doing.
Oh, great. Yeah, it's we've got such a great team here at Playground that really know their stuff and have been and we're working on Mexico. It's Mexico, and just looking at all the ecotypes that we're working on, every single one is so beautiful that when you pull that together, it makes such a, as Mike has said, diverse but absolutely breathtaking set of visuals there that I can't wait to show more of.
Yeah, and it's sort of one of those things where it's Mexico. Like, it was going to be a really easy job to make it look beautiful, right? So,
oh yeah, definitely.
Absolutely. Yeah, we're going to unpick more of that, but let's have a look at some of the excitement you guys shared on social media yesterday, with our first tweet here being from Roby4TV, who was sort of just excited that it was true. What's that like?
The rumors were true, though. How it was going to be in Mexico. The rumors were true.
Yeah, and it's also only in a few months as well.
Yeah, I mean, even though we've obviously we play the game, the game's a load of fun. We think it looks great, but I can't tell you how what the anxiety is like going into that show and not knowing how people are going to react to it. And also not knowing.
Can only imagine how much anxiety they had.
Yeah, fair dues. You never really know, do you?
So it is. Yeah, the anxiety levels are crazy, but as soon as it happened and my Twitter feed fills up, my phone nearly exploded.
I sent you a text and you didn't get back to me for hours. So we've got another tweet here from Slaptrain.
Let's go, Slaptrain.
Let's go. So many new things. There are indeed. We're going to talk about some of them today. But yeah, I mean, there's a lot of things to come. Right? Forza Horizon 5 is huge, as you've already said.
Oh yes. Yeah.
Oh yes, lovely. Up next, we've got Confucius Max, who says 5 is in Mexico. Yeah, I need that ASAP. So we're going to talk about this.
We all do, man. We all do.
It seems like a lot of
we all need it as fast as possible.
Is that something you're really, really happy that you've seen fans have really cottoned on to? Not the fact that it's another game, but that it's Mexico.
Totally. Yeah, it's one. Because we've, throughout the development of Horizon 5, have been really, really getting deep into Mexico and really kind of falling in love with that country. And it's just so exciting.
The perk of the job, right?
Sorry?
The perk of the job.
And it's just so exciting to see other people feel that love as well. As soon as they've seen it, I think everybody certainly every reaction I saw was super pumped, thought it looked great. Yeah. And it's just really reassuring to know that
it better look that good in actual gameplay when we get to play it. It better.
Lovely. And our last tweet is from Hugo, who says, I'll read the bottom one, the most beautiful graphics ever in the history of the gaming world. I'm guessing you both agree, right? You have to, right, Connor? Otherwise, there's a lot of question marks on you,
If the game looks like how it did in the gameplay overview that we saw in E3.
The trailer was absolutely stunning, and what a perfect time.
Really?
Why don't we have a look at
Horrible
the trailer
Country?
we've been talking about? Here is
I
the
think
Forza
it's one of the
Horizon
better
5
ones, honestly.
announcements trailer.
I don't know. To me, it's just better just because the fact that it has a desert, jungle, and a town, mainly a city. I think it's perfect. One of the perfect places I would rather go to than most of the places in the Horizon franchise. Because for some reason, Horizon 4's map was kind of dull to me, especially after Forza Horizon 3, where they had a forest, a desert, and a major city. That kind of spoiled me. But this is the trailer we got from E3. This is a bit loud. The music isn't that great, I will say. The music is not very good. But then again, that's coming from someone who listens to 5 Finger Death Punch and all that. But hey, you have your opinions though. Horizon 4's map was dull to me. It was the worst map in the Horizon franchise so far to me. I mean, it looked beautiful, don't get me wrong. It just didn't feel the same to me. The map didn't feel great. There weren't that many straightaways. There weren't really that many cool areas to explore. I mean, to most people, yeah, there was. But I can see myself driving around the map in Forza Horizon 5 for hours so far, because the scenery looks beautiful, and the fact that we have sandstorms now too, and the off-road trails look absolutely amazing, in my opinion. That's my opinion. If I had to choose where the next Horizon franchise would go, is probably somewhere in America.
Play it day one with Xbox Game Pass.
Or I'm not sure where else, actually.
The reveal was absolutely
They've been
awesome.
to
The room I
really
was in
everywhere
alone
else.
with screams, jaws hitting
Major
the floor,
places,
a bit of
anyway.
everything. But I think this clip, actually, from Forza streamer Ash, really kind of sums up how we all feel. Should we take a look?
It has to be! Oh my god! Yes! It is! Oh my god!
That was...
November the 9th!
Yes, dude. That was our excitement when we saw it.
God!
That was our excitement when we saw the trailer.
Oh my god!
I'm Mike Brown, creative director.
Most people's, anyway.
Hi! Thank you. That was so fun to watch. The hype is so real. Mike, we're going to go to you first. So fans have been hoping for a new Horizon game, and the fact that it's imminent is even better. The big question really is, and we picked a little bit on it before, but why Mexico? Why are we going to Mexico?
Yeah, so it's the question that we deliberate on the most. Like, what location is the Horizon Festival going to go to for each game? We start thinking about it right at the start of development of a new Horizon title, and we spend a really long time making that call.
Oh, I can imagine it's not the quickest decision you'll ever make, really.
Well, it has all these kind of trickle-down effects for the rest of the game, like the cars that you'll pick, the type of racing that you do, the type of music that you go with. So it has really far-reaching ramifications. So you need to make sure you make the absolute right decision. Right from the start, we knew that we wanted to make the biggest Horizon ever. And you don't get that far down that path before you realize there's no point making the biggest ever unless it's also the most diverse, because otherwise you're just adding more of the same. Mexico is a country which is almost like the whole world in one country. It's just got snowy mountains, epic canyons, beautiful historic cities, stunning coastlines, jungles, rolling hills.
From what I've seen,
multiple different types of desert. It just has everything. And then you add on top of that the fact that it has this culture that's known and loved all around the world. The art, the music, the people. There just couldn't be a more exciting option for the Horizon Festival than Mexico.
Yeah, I can't. Just the image of like cars bombing around it as well. And you saw how diverse it was from the trailer. So we're going to move over into the art stuff now. And we saw some game footage from the demo during the Xbox and Bethesda showcase yesterday. So I want to get into some of that and talk about how incredibly good it looks. So Connor, from your point of view, what improvements do we see from ray tracing in Forza Horizon 5?
So we have ray tracing in Forza Vista, and ray tracing is basically the closest or the next step to complete photorealism. It's a way in which light is calculated and reflections are calculated that is pretty much, you might as well be there looking at it.
I know it's blurry, but damn.
If you look there, you can see the fin as the Project One, even the letters reflected perfectly, the same resolution and everything.
The game better look like that, man.
I can't wait for everyone to go check out all their favourite cars and their setups in ray tracing. It's
Well, I won't say all their favourite cars. You're still missing some. You're still missing a car for me.
It feels like that is going to be a mode for them to really dive into.
They are missing a car.
Also in the trailer, you mentioned how diverse it is. We saw a rainforest that was in there as well. And I don't know if it's the UK weather at the moment being so hot, but you can actually feel the humidity in that clip. How did you do that?
As with everything, we looked at tons and tons of reference, and
I know we saw this
really
in trailer,
but
but damn,
to that place as possible to make it feel like you're really there. And you're absolutely correct. It's super humid. And the way we did that is by introducing lots of volumetric light, which is a great big volume of basically particles that light scatters through and reacts in the way that humid and fog and all that stuff would. So it allows you to have all these glorious God rays from all the sun coming through. And
I love the word God ray. That sounds cool. That does.
All the light diffusion, to get a bit more technical. It's close to how that would work in real life as well.
That was one of the things I really enjoyed from the trailer, actually, was that you would see an image that looked like it was just a picture, but then you would actually sort of like cheekily, the gameplay would then come in off the corner of it, and it was just this like clout image of, the game actually looks this good. But I'm going to test you now, actually, Connor. So of all of the beautiful greenery that we do see in the game, I want to ask you, if you've done your research, how many needles are there actually on a cactus?
On the Choya cactus.
Why is that a question?
I know the actual number.
Okay. Do you know it, Mike?
I have been told the number. I don't know if I can recall it right now.
Okay.
So I'm not going to give the actual number out because there's probably bragging rights on Twitter or something. But the one person that doesn't actually go and count.
Someone will do it after this now, yeah.
But do you want to take a stab? Do you want to take a guess?
I mean, I absolutely have no clue, but a number that feels big to me, I'm going to say a couple hundred, maybe 1,000 at a push or something. That's a lot.
I was, my immediate reaction when I was, told the exact number from our great foliage team was, no chance.
Right.
But there is 42,000, and give or take,
wow,
each of those Choya cactus.
Yeah, they are all. Each Choya cactus itself is unique, so it's not exactly 42,000.
No, it's exact.
Give or take a couple thousand. It's fine.
Wow. Okay. And I mean, talking about cactus and looking at this clip here, the desert is
road looks absolutely amazing to drive on.
At least what I thought it was going to be. Is this a feature of Mexico that you've brought into the game?
Definitely. Like I've said, we try to be as true and honest to the location as possible. We've got several different deserts for all of you desert nuts out there.
Pay attention here on that McLaren. Look how its roof is going down.
The community as well, sir.
We have got we've got your classic sand dune desert, and then
I think we're gonna have convertibles like you're able to put down the roof manually in game.
Okay.
I hope
and what you're looking at there is
that's a
actually
thing.
in the wet season, which is summer, where everything's in full bloom. You get the pink flowers come out, the San Verbana, all the Encelia flowers are out as well. Yeah, it's great because it's everyone's preconceived idea of a desert. It's just rolling sand and barren.
Sand dunes, and it's just dismal, and you're looking for water everywhere you go. But that's not what that looks like. Wow.
There's you can find little oasis hidden around here with palm trees, and it's there's absolute ton of it to go and explore as well. So.
Lovely. Now, obviously, I know what photogrammetry is, but for anyone listening, obviously, but for anyone listening at home who may not have heard that term yet, could you let us know what that is and how it comes into play in Forza Horizon 5?
Sure. So photogrammetry is basically the process of taking hundreds, or if not thousands, of photos of a thing you want to recreate from every single angle, and then you basically compile all of that in some software and just put it in the game. And we do that for a lot of things. So like all these rocks here.
Yeah, that bit there.
Yeah, I do agree with you, Gibsby. It does. There has to be another like render
we do
method.
everything all the way down to
how they make it look this good.
Just to try and capture it as honestly and
as authentic as it was when you
because there ain't no way it's gonna look this good in game when we actually get to play
gorgeous. I do have to ask though. I know you guys take your research very seriously. So, who had to climb up the volcano to get the data on that one?
So we've got a brilliant team of photographers actually, and we even got some help from some Mexican photographers as well that took that team to some great spots and even provided what would be the best most honest representation of that area, and they do all the photogrammetry, they take all the stuff back, they distribute all the reference to the team.
We get to see that feature
now.
again.
Yeah,
hopefully that feature is actually in the game, but that could also be a trick.
I mean, we're looking at the city here as well. This sounds really silly. Is it actually that colourful? It looks incredible. I've never been there, but would you look at that?
It definitely is.
It definitely is. Lovely.
We've sampled all of the colour from.
Hey, there's a Camaro right there
as well. But one of the other cities we've got in the game is Guanajuato, and we've done exactly the same thing there, where we've sampled every single colour. We've even got beautiful red terracotta roofs that you can see from a distance. There's a fun little tidbit.
Ooh, I love a fun fact.
It's a little bit boring because they showed off this because we're talking about stuff that we've already seen and everything.
One of our team came back.
I mean, it's fascinating to think that someone actually did that in real life, but still.
Slightly.
We want to see some
they all
more.
Colours, but the law, apparently, it may be a rule, don't quote me on it, is that you can paint your house whatever colour you want, as long as it's not the same as your neighbour's house.
Oh, I love that.
So that's resulted in some, really brilliant pinks and zany
such
greens.
a diverse city as well, and just looks so gorgeous to drive. It makes me think of Balamori. I won't lie, but a bit nicer than that though. Anyway, you've sold me, and I now do need to go to Mexico. But before I get my ticket, let's get talking about some of the new features that we mentioned were coming up. So
let's go.
What is Forza Link? That's the first one I'm going to talk about. What is it, and how does it work?
Sure, yeah, so Forza Link is a new AI assistant that tracks the current status of you and everybody else in the world, as well as your current progress, like through the campaign and festival playlist activities. And the job of Forza Link is to try and just remove any friction and barriers between you joining up and playing with other people that you might meet online. So it'll track the things I like to do, and it'll track the things I have and haven't done, and it might do the same for you as well. And if it knows, for example, that we both love to do the trial, but we haven't yet done it this week, then it might prompt me to go, hey, Charlie, do you want to come and do the trial? And then you'd go, yeah, cool. And then it just groups us together, starts matchmaking, and then we go off to do that activity together.
Okay.
Interesting, actually. That's a cool feature.
Yeah, in that scenario, we might not know each other, we might not have microphones, but the game's kind of try and just join the dots between people and help them play together.
Make it a bit more social.
Drifting on F8 on Forza Horizon, but it isn't an arcade game.
We saw in the trailer pinatas, and that's in the Horizon arcade. So can you give us the lowdown on what the arcade is?
Yeah, so the arcade is a suite of really fun, engaging mini games that you'll all play in a collaborative or cooperative way. They're public events, so they spawn in the world, a little bit like you might have seen in Destiny. You drive up to them, there's no loading screens, no menus, you just get automatically signed up by being in the area, grouped up with some of the players, and then you all work together to try and overcome whatever the challenge may be. In this one, you've got to try and smash as many pinatas as you can, but there's a load of other different game modes in there as well. One of my favorites is called Mini Missions, which is a little bit like Simon Says, so it just throws up like a little challenge on screen, which might say like, jump over another car, and then you've got to try and work together with other players there to try and get
that Bronco
your cars
looks
lined up
nice.
so that you can jump over them, and that only lasts for a few seconds, and it'll throw up another challenge.
Also, I can't wait to play that one. There was another one I saw in the trailer as well, which was like it was like big bowling alley, and you were like booping into the sky off speakers. Is that another one of those?
Also, I was wrong about a vehicle yesterday. I called the 2021 Land Rover Defender a 2021 Bronco Sport. I was completely wrong.
This is the kind of thing that players will
special thanks to American actually for telling me that, the American 124.
All of the things that we can see here, including those bowling pins, and then they set up a set of rules. So there's a bunch of rules that will be going on to make this game mode work, but some of the ones that I'll call out are, so each time you hit one of those pins, they've set up a rule that adds 5,000 points to your team's score. It didn't have to be a team-based game. They could have had it be a free-for-all or a team versus team game mode where you're all fighting against each other to try and smash as many pins as you can. It's actually based on the development tools that we use as a design team. Yeah, so it is a really, really powerful tool set, and one that I really can't wait to see what people create with.
I could see we spending a lot of time in that, especially streaming with like getting a big convoy together and hanging out and having fun. That looks like 100% my cup of tea. And it's all incredible, and there's so much to look forward to.
Also, should we watch the Q&A, see what people ask, and see if they answer?
Improve upon this amazing series with each new title, but actually come up with new ways.
See what they answer and everything.
I
kind of think we should, just because I know some people have like really, really good questions.
So are you guys ready for some questions from them?
Oh, speaking of.
I guess so. You've kind of like made that sound kind of scary, though.
Yeah, you're on the hot seat. Okay, so first question is from Cockney Charmer. By the way, hello, Cockney Charmer. Thank you for joining us. Can we have some convertibles, please?
Yes.
Yeah, there you go. Signed off, sorted.
Yeah, there'll be a few convertibles in the game at launch. You'll be able to just click.
Take the roof down.
Click the stick.
Oh, yeah. Stick the radio on, drive around the desert. Sorted.
Yo, I didn't think they would actually like reveal that.
One of the sticks.
One of those.
I think you're right. I think it is.
More information to come on which stick it is.
Yeah, and then that's all it takes.
Forgot that was up,
we
sorry.
We touched on this very, very loosely already, but Lone Hermit Crab asked, will there be a big city and not just small towns? You mentioned that there were a couple already when you spoke before, Connor.
So we've, Mexico has got arguably one of the most beautiful cities ever, and that's Guanajuato, and it's huge. And with that, it's kind of two cities in one, and it's got a aqueduct system underneath.
Ooh.
So you've got all this bright, colourful, beautiful architecture up top, and then it's like, really gnarly, tiny little, roads that all in tunnels underneath that you can drift in and around.
God, that sounds incredible.
Yeah. It's weird how, as we're building Horizon games, you find that if the city existed before cars, it tends to be really, really good for driving. Whereas modern cities are all grid-based, right? Which don't make for the best driving experience. Whereas Guanajuato, every road is curving, banking, dipping underneath another road. It's got this incredible organic road network, which just, if you were designing it from scratch, just out of your imagination, you probably wouldn't come up with a city that was this.
That sounds brilliant. Yeah. That sounds really, really fun. Yeah. Ray has also in chat has asked, every Horizon game has incorporated parts of the car culture present in its IRL setting. What elements of Mexican car culture are you bringing to Horizon 5? Great question, by the way.
It is a great question. We're not actually in a position to talk about cars too much at the moment because we're still landing the final car list. But
they're still working on some cars.
Okay. Yeah, it's the thing that we really take pride in. In all of our games, we really want to capture that local car culture, and that's absolutely true for Mexico as well. I think I'm going to hold off on this one actually, and say we'll closer to launch, we'll really go deep on this. But just for now, we'll.
No, I love that. I mean, simply knowing you mentioned before the culture of Mexico as a whole is very much a character in the game. So hearing more about that is obviously ideal. Danny88 has asked a question very close to my heart. Is there a drag race in the game?
There are several.
Several.
Oh shit.
Yep. There is one that runs through the main festival site as well, which is especially cool.
Oh yeah. I mean, is that? already know how to ask this, but like, what is the festival site? Is it still this sort of area that has like a couple cool races in, or is it still just like I don't even know what I'm trying to say. I'm just excited. I want to talk about Horizon Festival, you know?
I can probably talk about the festival.
So, surprise, there's going to be more than one.
What?
But the main festival site, which is going to be Horizon Mexico.
There's going to be multiple again?
Is built
like Horizon
on
3?
a really old racetrack. So there is an awesome racetrack off to the side of it, and it's also built on a old airstrip as well in the middle of the desert. So, you know, you've got all your typical festival stuff going on with a badass drag strip right in the middle of it.
I don't think you can say that at your workplace.
I love it. I cannot wait to see it. On-off PS chat says, do we know if the weather changes? Anybody know? I think there's 2 people here who might know. Can you confirm if the weather changes?
The weather does change, and it is local as well this time.
Oh.
So you can be at one side of the map, and you can see a storm kicking off, and you can drive all the way over there.
You could do storm chasing?
Yeah, you can do that.
Oh, shit.
We've even got sandstorms, so that was a tropical. So we can do tropical storm.
Let's go.
So you can do it. You can drive into a tropical storm, and you know you can go inside that thing, and there'll be loads of leaves flying off trees and everything going crazy. And then you could probably leave that and see a sandstorm on the other side of the map and go drive straight into that thing as well.
Wow. Oh, that is awesome, actually.
Interesting things about Mexico and the way it presents challenges for us with seasonality is that because it's a massive country and it has really huge elevation changes, you find that you can almost have different climates at the same time in the same season. So
this
in
game
winter,
might be
which
the
is
best
dry
Horizon
season,
game, at least in my opinion, that has ever released.
But it's the dry season, so you go down to the beach, it's blazing hot. So you can actually be in a blizzard, drive down the side of the volcano, arrive at the coast, and it'd be blazing hot.
Sunburn. Wow, amazing.
I definitely would be.
No, I fully would be burned. DJ Customs in chat, lesser question, just says can't wait to drift tap cactus. I mean, fair dues. I mean, one of the things I did want to know is that, again, don't comment on this if you can't, but one of the things I suffer with hugely in Horizon is hitting all the trees. So will the cactuses move out the way when I hit them, or are there some rigid ones in there?
You can smash all the cactus. Yes. You can drift tap as many as you want, and there are hundreds.
I'm afraid it would actually side swipe if it smashes. Drift tap is only for immovable objects.
There you go.
Don't need to get technical.
Well, there you go. If you're afraid of hitting the tree while you're drifting,
we all know.
There you go.
Green Machines asked, will there be any animals? And also, second question, will there be seasons? We spoke a little bit about the seasons already.
So yes, there will be animals. We saw flamingos in the
Are these
demo.
smart animals, by the way, in the way that the sheep moved out the way? Will the flamingos move?
Actually, yeah, are smarter this time round.
So that sounds like a challenge. That does.
So we've got wild dogs. Anyone who's been to Mexico will know there's wild dogs that you can see everywhere, and now they'll be sleeping on porches or sleeping out around, and you can rudely disturb them and chase them around to your heart's content. We've got donkeys,
that would be cool.
Goats, flamingos, as Mike said, that people have seen in the gameplay reveal. Some birds, parrots, that sort of stuff.
Lovely. Chrome Finance says, again, not really a question, just we want long highways like Autobahn. Is that something that's featured in the Mexican?
Yeah,
let's hear it.
It's, as we say, it's the largest map ever, and it does have a big highway that runs kind of corner to corner. So it's probably, I haven't measured it, but I imagine it must be the longest.
It's got to be, yeah.
It's got to be the longest highway we've
ever
ever had.
In comparison
it
to
better not
English
be
motorway
like, curvy. I hope it's a straight highway, at least at some points. It's a pretty long straight highway.
Perfect. And last
That'd
but
be
not
nice.
least, Wolfgang 302 asks, what is new in customization?
Oh wow, Wolfgang, that is there's a big answer for that one.
That's a big old question.
Yeah, there's no doubt will I certainly forget some of the options here. So for car customization, there are over 100 new rims, over 100 new visual upgrade parts,
American racing rims,
of performance upgrades. You can also paint your brake calipers, which
shit!
is a thing that people have been clamoring for a number of years. So.
Let's go!
And I did say once that we'll add that to Forza Horizon 4, and then proceeded to not add it for at all. So, but this time it exists.
Yeah, there you go.
This time it's real. I've promised it after we've made it rather than before. So, we've also added a ton of new character customization options. So,
hey, let's go.
Hair style, hair color. You can choose prosthetic limbs. You can set your pronoun. You can choose your voice. So there's much more options when you're customizing how you appear in the game.
Let's
as well
go.
as how your car appears.
I made my character day one. I don't know if you know this. I made my character day one with the same crown and like the duck boots, and I haven't changed her since. And she has like I think it's like the Pulp Fiction emote, and I just thought she was perfect as she was. I'm not touched her. So I love that you can have all of these like new elements to make the real you on day one. I just think it's
cool.
Superb.
Great to see you really engaged with that feature.
Oh yeah, no, honestly, I just found the bits I wanted day one, and I was like, you know what, that's banging. That's exactly how I want my character to look. So, you know, maybe I have to get a bit deeper on this one. But that's everything. That's everything we have time for today. Lads, thank you so much for joining me. I'm obviously, and also on behalf of...
All right, ladies and gentlemen. That is going to be it for this stream as well. Hopefully everyone did enjoy that. I certainly did. I mean, that is insane, honestly. I cannot wait to see this game, honestly. I feel like it's going to be a good game. I feel like it's going to be better than Horizon 3. And that's saying something, because in my opinion, Horizon 3 was the best in the franchise. And yeah, with that being said, I will hopefully see you guys very, very, very soon. I'm not sure what that means, but yeah. Again, hopefully y'all did enjoy. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace.